All right, we're out here. We're going to do some inspections on all the hives except for hive number 3. I'm going to save that for another video because that one is going to be tied to the queen cells. Because I'm going to be pulling those out today, but that's a whole nother video that needs to be done at another time. So we're going to bounce through the other 5 hives, check them out, make sure everything's all good, see what hive number 6 is doing over there, and see if that queen got her ass in gear. Then there was 2 queen cells in hive number 5 that they made emergency cells. I don't know if I want to keep them or not. If they hatched out already, I'll let them go. Let's let them have it. But yeah, then I'm gonna get into hive number 1 and I'm gonna see if they drew out those honey super frames that I put in the box. If they did, I'm gonna figure out where to put them. And I may want to start doing that with hive number 3 since that's the biggest one. Or maybe do it with 4 too. Just take the honey frame the super frames out and drop them down into the medium and let it go for about a week, and then pull them up and put them back up top, and then see if they can start drawing them honey supers out. Like I said, I'm not taking any honey from them. Anything they bring in, they are keeping, all of them. And I'm going to be feeding them 1-to-1 until I can't feed them, until it's too cold. So yeah, so let's get into these hives. I'm gonna start referring to them to the colors on the front. Because hive number 1, 2, 3, 4, that's starting to get a little confusing. So this is gonna be blue hive. And we're gonna get in here. I'm also going to take the screws out of the bottom board too while I'm in here. Let's see what we got. Ooh, look at that. I put this in Thursday. They are slurping that stuff down. If they did this, then I think those other hives are probably empty. Like I said, I did this on Thursday. It's now Sunday morning. What's this? A queen on here. It says it's a very nasty day out, but it is hot and humid. It feels like I just got out the shower. Let's do this one. They're drawing this one out. A little bit. Nectar. That's all nectar. There's a lot of empty cells in here. Oh, there's brood in here. Oh, it's gonna be way harder to see stuff in here. There's a whole bunch of eggs in the middle of this. All right. What's on the other side? Nothing. So she's got a brood on this side. bunch of larvae on this side. That's good. Whole bunch of larvae on this side too. Mainly a nectar frame though. It's gonna be a small patch of brood. Bit of splotchy brood. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of, actually no, yeah, just the bottom portion of this really isn't that, all this egg and larvae. Make sure there ain't no queen cells on here while I'm at it. Let me double check what y'all looking at. Raise y'all up. That's pretty good. I know that's her. Yeah, that one's pretty good too. Because they're just backfilling with nectar in those other ones. Those honey caps aren't that deep. There she is. Larva. Whole frame. Yeah, it's just weird though. You think some of these things would be capped out by now. Where'd you go? Right there in the middle. And I'm gonna start, when I flip these over, flip it over on top of the hive because I've been seeing a lot of pollen falling off. Alright, so now we got some fat larvae in here. I don't see a queen cell. That's a good frame. This is a pretty good frame. The larvae all the way to the edges. I don't know. Oops. That'll do. Look at all that pollen. Jeez. I got some larvae in here. That is a ton of pollen. It's hard to see because there ain't no sun out today. Jesus. They are storing pollen heavy in this thing. I may give her another box and let her go. What y'all doing on this side? Look at all the yellow pollen on them. Jesus. That's all pollen. That's pretty crazy. How about this? Since you got one on this side, we're gonna move this one. 2 pollen frames right next to each other. Right there. You know what? I may give y'all another box just to see what y'all gonna do. Let's do that. It's a good frame that had a bunch of Barbie ones. With this one. Oh, that was the pollen frame. Where's this one? That's all cat. There's a queen. Okay, so she's on this one. All right, homegirl. This one. We'll pull this one up. Yeah, this one. Alright, so that's how that's gonna work. Man, look at all that pollen I dropped on the ground. I feel so bad. So we're gonna move these over. And I want them to draw this other frame out. Alright, and I conveniently brought another box over here in case I needed to put it on somebody. I'm gonna drop this one right here. And take this box. So on top. Put this right here. All right, that's it. That's all I'm gonna do with them. She's done. Okay, getting in the green hive now. See what they've been doing. Yeesh. They done slurped it down too. A little bit. Let's not do what I did last week again. That was embarrassing. I think I messed up some of the brood when I did that too. Be on the lookout for a queen. 'Cause I don't want to mess up my queen. 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 I don't want did have 2 queen cells in here last time. Whoa, what y'all doing? Hang on. That was the old queen cell. They knocked it out. There's another queen cup on there. Shouldn't be any eggs in here, but I also need to be on the lookout for a queen. Big old fat drone. Just hanging out. What y'all got going on? Let me there's the other half of that queen cell. They put it right, they connected it between 2 frames, and it was an accident. I ripped it. Let me see what they got this side. I'm gonna take out this one right there. That's a big old fat one. That's nasty comb right there. I'm gonna knock it out. I gotta be careful. The queen cells were on the very bottom, and they were both attached to each other. So it probably would have been hard to cut them off. It's not on this one. They're storing pollen and nectar in this one. Yeah. Excuse me. Excusez-moi. Alright, I don't see any eggs, so I don't have a laying worker yet. This might be the one. How are y'all seeing this? Not very well. We got a really big queen cup right here for some reason. Maybe knock that out. Oops. Accidentally opened up a cell. Alright. Any queens on here? Oh, she hatched out. They're tearing it down. Crap. Now I gotta look for one. There was 2 right there on the end. So there is a queen loose in here. She may be out on a mating flight, but I don't know. It is a nasty day out here today. I'll cut back to you if I find her or not. There's queen cells everywhere. Queen cups. Oh, I heard her. She's in here. She's piping. Where you at? Oh, that's a wild sound. Where are you, homegirl? Where is she? Where did she go? Yeah, that's probably a bad idea. Wait. Hello, Chief. Oh, is that you? I gotta stop. They're getting all this pollen and it's just falling right out. All that work they were doing. So I did hear her piping, so I'm gonna close this up. I know she was on that frame. Getting in a purple hive now. These girls haven't touched this one that much. They took some down. Alright, Smoke. I've had to light this thing every time I go into the hive. It's so damn humid out here. Alright, so I'm not expecting... not expecting any of this to be drawn out, so we'll go ahead and unstick this. Now this is the one that has the 2 frames of the supers that I moved down. It's so nasty out. So they're working on this one a little bit. This was the frame that I brought over from the queen cell hive. So majority of these are hatching or have hatched, and she has laid eggs in them. These ones should be on the way. Is she over here? No, but she has been over here. She laid eggs all in those open cells on the sides. It's a good queen. Good queen, good queen. Alright, let's see what y'all got here. Y'all drawing this out any? They are a little bit. That's good. They're at least pulling it out. Hope y'all aren't starting anything on the bottom. Nope. What we got? All these eggs and larvae. This whole frame. Oh man, that's nice. I'm wondering if y'all will be able to see this. She has got eggs everywhere. That's pretty good. This was a fresh frame. Oh, this whole side too. Nice. We got all these larvae, whichever. It's pretty good. Oh, this one's glued to the bottom. Is there pollen up here too? Oh my goodness. Yep, and it's all falling out. Man, these are fat. That's crazy how fat those the honeys is. Honey cells? Honeys is. Here I was complimenting them on keeping kind of, you know, close. So she's not over here. Let me get these girls out of the way. So clean all this mess up. Pretty good. It's a heavy frame. Yeah, here, some larvae, there's a couple eggs on this whole side. That's great. other one. They are slightly drawing this out. See these? I kind of want to pull these up. And I may put them in hive number 3. Or red hive. Because I know that hive, oops, that slid by accident. I know that hive will draw them out way faster. So, see, they're drawing this one out a little bit. Make sure home grow's not on here. Alright, I'm going to set this one. It's 2 on the left. Take this, set this one right here. That one's being drawn out too. Put those there, and I stored the other ones over here. They haven't taken much of their sugar syrup. We'll get there. Now let's see what's going on down in the bottom. Coming in. That nastiness. Coming through. All right. Nectar and pollen. Big old fat drone cells. Nectar and pollen. Honey. Ooh, look at that. That's pretty good. Yeesh, old pollen frame. God damn. So is this one. That's what, June 15th? What in the world is producing this much pollen? Can't breathe. Eggs in those open spots down there in the bottom. Eggs down here. Clean this mess up. all that pollen, Jesus. Cat brood over here. Couple queen cells. We can do without them. Queen cups. Don't look like there's anything in them. I clean all this extra comb up later. That was goopy propolis. I wonder where homegirl is. Ooh, look at that. Look at this workhorse of a frame. Oh my goodness. That is an ecked out frame there. There's a nasty drone brood down there at the bottom, but I'll take it. Eggs all over here. I don't necessarily need to see her. She's got eggs in every damn cell, like she just laid them. Oh, these fat green cells. Purple-eyed pupae. I guess that's what they were talking about. Ooh, look at that. That one's pretty good too. But the purple-eyed pupae, I don't know if I can get this on the camera. I'm gonna do this. Come around this side. Oh no, I hit some of the fucking cells. Damn it. Where is it? Right there. Purple-eyed pupae. I didn't mean to hit some of them cells. I cracked 3 of the cells. Oh. That's pretty good. That's pretty dark. So, Jesus, look at that. What a nasty drone brood. But if she's producing like this, she's pretty good. Oh, larvae. Like they're about to get capped over soon. What are you attacking me for? You done lost your mind. Ooh, boy, this is a heavy growth. All nectar. That's they're capping that over, I guess. Yep, that's what you get. You attacked me for no reason. Let's move this over. Drop this frame in here. And we will be done with this hive. Get into the yellow hive. As you can see, they haven't taken much of their sugar syrup. Now this was the new queen. Oh, let's not do that. I'm gonna melt the top. This was the new queen. No queen appeared. All these are new frames. We are gluing them together. I'm drawing any of these out. Y'all glue them together down bottom too. God dang it. I need to stop that mess. Gosh darn it. Alright, she's been up here, she laid some eggs. Look at that. That's pretty good. Beep beep. Yep, we got eggs from her up here. That's pretty good. Stuck. Oh, there she is. There's a new queen. It's my 5th queen. She egged all these cells up. Cool, she's in the top box. She egged these cells up. Now we gotta play cleanup. Alright, where are you at? Right there in the middle. Oh. Man, they just glued all this stuff down there. It's on this side. Eggs in every cell. That other queen, she ain't doing too well. Not if this one's came back and outproduced her. Because they done drew this out and she's done egged up a good portion of it. Okay, so I'll go ahead and close this back up. Clean all this mess up. That out a little bit. No eggs. It's a food frame. Yeah, that's a food frame. Larvae, little larvae, eggs, eggs, larva. Pretty good. Eggs, bunch of pollen. There is some kind of eggs and larvae on all this open spot. Yep, that's pretty good. Eggs and larvae. Whole frame. Most frame. What's that buzzing around my face? Sound like a pissed off bee. Some cat brood. Fat larvae. All that stuff's about to get capped over. Oh, look at that. That's pretty good. Larvae all the way to the bottom. Oh, that's really good. That's pretty good. Look at that frame. Good job. Y'all produced a pretty decent queen so far. This is just the fruit. Nope, there's eggs in here. Never mind. There's eggs on that side. That's just nectar. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and close these girls up. All right, getting into the pink hive. They done sucked down some of the sugar syrup. These girls were bearding yesterday. It was really hot. Y'all drawing anything out yet? Y'all propolizing all this stuff. And y'all aren't drawing it out. Slightly obnoxious. Gluing it together there in the middle. Put all the bees in here, just in case. There's a lot of bees in this hive. Well, there was. Yesterday there was a big old beard on the front of this. see what y'all got going on. Yeesh. That's disgusting. And the queen, you're right there. Why are you on that frame? Ugh. Yep. I don't like that at all. You're on the nastiest frame. Look at that. And she's hanging out right there. What's this side look like? She's egged all this side up on this frame. Oh, she flew off. What? She flew off back into the box. Well, there goes that. I can continue doing what I'm doing then. What's up, dude? Come on over there. You want a hand? Happy birthday, Darren. You want a hand too? I'll help you out too. The rest of y'all won't get this lucky. Alright. I'm done with that. That comb irritates me. Alright, back to the hive. Eggs and larvae, that's pretty good. Whole rack of queen cells down here. Alright. Go ahead and knock all these out. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 on that one frame. 9. That's crazy. What you got? That's a pretty good frame. So is that one. Spotty, but otherwise that's pretty good. Eggs in every cell on this side. That's pretty good. No queen cells that I can see. They're not touching this frame. I put this one in the middle last week. For some reason, they don't want to touch it. I don't know what it is. I don't know. All right, queen. You on this one? That's pretty good. That was crazy. She flew off. This is a heavy frame. God damn, that's a monster drone. There's a ton of drones in this hive. I'm guessing she took off straight to the bottom. What do you got that's green? Why are you green? Oh, we'll bring that up. Oh, the hummy right there with the pollen sacs on it, with the button thing. She's like, she got some kind of green on her. Like it's paint or something. Boy, look at this heavy. This heavy frame. Look, there's another one. See it? That's just pollen. It's like a John Deere bee. Must be what she's getting into. Oh, she's just covered in pollen. That's crazy. That's a nectar frame. Honey frame. I think the queen ran straight to the bottom. Nectar. Go on this side out. There's so many bees in here. What's up, drone? Hanging out? That's a heavy frame. Larva on this frame. Hey, look at all that pollen they're bringing in. Nice little spot of brood. Try not to tip this over too much. Checking for queen cells, because like this pollen's falling out of these things left and right. Enough. It's kind of asshole-ish. Oh no, there's a queen cell right there. Had an egg in it. Eggs, bunch of pollen. that I just dropped out too. I say one thing and then I completely forget or do something else. I also have to be on the lookout for her too. Make sure there ain't no queen cells around here. Well, you're going to hear me say queen cell, queen cell, queen cell, because I do not want any of these hives to swarm. There she is. I'll put you back in here before you fucking fly off again. Man, look at those John Deere bees. All green and yellow. Wherever they're getting this pollen from, they're bringing green stuff with them. Or maybe that's just the yellow on the back of their butts. Blending, or the pollen on the back of their butt blending with the black. Making like a greenish color. Alright. Almost done. Food frame. So I'm gonna put this one back. I'll be done with this one. Okay, we finished up the inspections for 5 of the hives. We're going to go ahead and say it's pretty good with all of them. I didn't see any problems. There wasn't no drawn out queen cells. I think we may be past the swarm season, but what I've heard is that still won't stop them. If they get too big, they'll swarm out anyway. But yeah, so we may end up splitting a couple of them hives down there, because like I said, I got a whole bunch of queen cells that are on the way, because I grafted them and put them in the red hive. So that's going to be another video after this inspection video. So we're going to have that on the way, and yeah, all in all, looked pretty good. I was pretty happy with everything I saw, except for blue hive over there. She's getting outproduced by her daughter. Not good. That means she's going to get the smash. I'm gonna let her keep going until I get all these other queen cells out, and I'm probably gonna take a bunch of bees out of red hive and dump in all the mini mating nooks, and then let them all go out and get mated, and whatever gets mated I'm gonna make splits with, dump everything together, combine it all together, and if there's too many still, I'll sell the rest. Try and recoup some of my money, or the money that I've put into this hobby. There's a lot of money into this hobby upfront fees. There we go. That's the phrase I was looking for. So yeah. All right. Well, we like I said, we still got the red hive to do, and that'll be on the next video. So we shall see you then. Take it easy.